to the show. We've got a real good show for you tonight. I've got some very special guests, Steve Young, Tahra Parker, Michael on Fire. It's going to be great. And we're here for the first time live from the Breakaway restaurant in Mar Vista, which is the home of lobsters in L.A. and also the home of acoustic music. Now, I haven't figured out yet what the connection is between lobsters and acoustic music, but there must be some. Maybe it has to do with the claw hammer style of banjo picking that came from a lobster in the tank there that taught somebody that, but maybe not, so I don't know. We're going to kick off the show with a tribute to a friend of mine named Calamity Jane, and it goes like this. Well, she's the kind of girl makes you jump up and drink. She drives a Cadillac that's a convertible pink. She got a skating rink running round her brain. She drives cowpunks insane, and no man will ever tame Calamity Jane. Her hair's red like a rooster, she coos like a dove. With her long skinny legs, you know she's a cut above her the rest. Oh no, she is not the same. She's wild as a horse on the plain, and no man will ever tame Calamity Jane. Calamity, Calamity Jane. She shakes you up this time and ever again. Well, I caught her at one time, my mind got blown. She stepped up on the stage, I thought I was stoned. She looked just like she came in out of the rain. She's the whistle on that train, and no man will ever tame Calamity Jane. Sexy lips, strums a low-slung guitar. When she swivels her hips, you think you were on Mars. When she sings, you think of sugar right out of the cane. She's gonna break all chains, and no man will ever tame Calamity Jane. Calamity Jane. Ooh.
We're the Minks, and we love the Smokey Miles Music Hour. Where's Smokey? Where'd he go?
We'll be right back. Hi, Smokey Miles here with a report on one of LA's great cultural resources. Now, you know, everybody's heard of the Brea Guitar Pits, but I bet not many of you out there have heard of the Brea Guitar Pits. Well, out of the primordial slimy ooze underneath our soil is a place where specimens of all kinds of guitars, mandolins, dobros, fiddles, mandocellos even are found. Well, anyway, today we're going to take you to the Brea Guitar Pits Museum, housed in the Westwood Music Shop on Purdue between Pico and Olympic, right in Santa Monica. And we're going to talk to the guitarologist and curator of the Brea Guitar Pits Museum, Rick Turner, and he'll show us exactly what goes on in the museum and how guitars are reconstructed from their scattered parts under our very soil right here in town. Come on, join me. Hi, Rick.
Hi, Smokey. How you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Very well.
Thanks so much for letting us come over here and showing us around the La Brea Guitar Pits.
My pleasure.
This is a wonderful place, and not many of our viewers know too much about it, so I know that you've consented to show us what you've got here. What are some of the specimens that you've housed here?
Well, we've been collecting specimens for quite a few years here, and we have, for instance, the neck bone from a Guitarsaurus martinoris. This is probably from the what we call the D28 period, particular style of neck bone. We're not quite sure how this went back together with its body. There's some conjecture about this, and we're trying to put some pieces together. It's probably a neck joint, something like this, but obviously these two don't quite go together, but this is the general idea. You know,
and you've been working on this kind of thing for a long time. My first guest has recorded over a dozen albums. He's had songs recorded by Joan Baez, Hank Williams Jr., Rita Coolidge, Waylon Jennings, to name a few. He's been called lonesome, ornery, and mean, but a lot of people say he's a great guy and he's a legend in his own time. Let's have a warm welcome for Steve Young.
I wake up every morning about to break her down. Yeah, the rooster crowing, feel all alone. Well, there's honeysuckle outside my window, dew sparkling on the vine. Little squares barking like they thought there was a mountain. Get to thinking about the road, all them times that I come home again. Now I was born a child to this muddy roads, and I here lonesome as the wind. 'Cause all my cars they broke down and laying in my front yard. I ought to get one together, Lord, but the work just looks so hard. Yeah, let a man come by this morning. No, he wanted to paint my barn. Painted Sea Rock City, U.S. Highway 31. Well, I used to have a church woman. She was pretty as she could be. She run off with old Jimmy Swagger up in Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, so I drank a whole lot of whiskey, mama, you know I drank a whole lot of booze. Midnight country rambler, I ain't got nothing to do. Yes, and when you carve my tombstone, mama, you don't have to worry nothing about my name. You can tell them that I come with a morning wind and I left with a mountain rain. Just say he could play a fiddle, he could make a dub roll, make a guitar sparkle like that early morning rain. Yeah, man, come by this morning, he wanted to paint my barn. Painted Sea Rock City, U.S. Highway 31. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Steve, I want to take this opportunity to ask you a few questions. And I know that you've been in Nashville, and you've spent quite a bit of time there and wrote a lot of songs about that. How do you feel Nashville contributes to the songwriting community now? Or better off, what's the difference between what's going on in L.A. and songwriting and what's going on in Nashville?
Well, you know, I can only give you my opinion. I say I did 15 years hard time in Nashville. That's the way I describe my time there. But to me, Nashville has a more narrow viewpoint, you know, and it's kind of a crafted thing. And it's more, just my opinion again, more of assembly line approach to songwriting. So in LA, you have a lot more, I think, diversity, kind of looseness. You know, it makes sense. I mean, Nashville has a narrow kind of market that they shoot for. Mm-hmm. And so I like a more open artistic approach to songwriting, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've had a lot of experiences on the road and playing. What are some of the experiences you feel have contributed to you as a songwriter?
Well, let's see. I don't know where to begin. You know, to me, it's an artistic thing, and songs have their own nature. They have to kind of write themselves, the good ones, I think. They come forward when they're ready to come forward. And so sometimes it's hard to let that happen, and I just have to, I take the experiences of my life and the travels and all that I do, and it just has to kind of distill itself, you know, and it's kind of mysterious to me even how it works. But
and I guess it's working right now, so you're going to sing another song for us?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
What song is this?
Well, this song is a song called The Whole World.
The Whole World.
Yeah.
Steve Young, The Whole World.
All right, thank you. And the whole world is sighing when I look at you, and the whole world is laughing when love is true, and the world will be right with me when it's all right with you, and the whole world is spinning in the palm of our hand, and the whole world keeps hoping that we might understand. For the whole world must be weary from the same old guilty news. Hey, I bet the whole world is longing for just one smile that's true. And so whatever will bring you true joy, hey, that's the thing that I hope you'll do. For what this world needs now, my dear,
Steve Young. Thanks, Steve. Thanks.
We'll be right back with a lot more, so stay tuned.
Now, this neck here was, now I notice it has a tape on it. Was this on the original creature, or did it come later?
We don't think so. We think that there may have been an attempt, a medical attempt at saving this beast quite a few years ago. And either the patient just would not respond to treatment, or they just decided that euthanasia was in order.
Huh, extraordinary. Now, what else do we have here that we can take a look at, Rick?
Well, we have the corpus of a smaller instrument here. This is apparently a Gibsonius. There are quite a few different sizes of these. It's very, very confusing to us now. But the amazing...
Was this a full-grown one?
This seems to be a full-grown one. We can look at the what we now call the binding and see that that it has not shed, and we believe that this is the full-grown one, although there are ones of different sizes as well. Mm-hmm. It's very, very confusing to us trying to reconstruct these out of just mounds of parts.
I'm sure. And the hole here, was this a pouch actually that the Gibsoniuses carried their young in?
We think it's more like the mouth, and this, when you listen, we think that what we're hearing now is actually the voice of the original instrument. Try that.
Oh.
Isn't that remarkable?
That's really remarkable. I've never heard anything so beautiful and
ancient.
And
it's
ancient.
It's the voice of many, many years of experience.
There's some writing in here too. It seems to be some form of ancient language. Have you deciphered any of this?
We're working on that right now. I have my computer printout here, and we're working on that. We know that one of the words is Gibsonius.
Gibsonius. So they knew what they were at the time.
They knew what they were. They had self-awareness.
Remarkable.
Hey, for those of you just tuning in, you're watching the Smokey Miles Music Hour live from the Breakaway in Mar Vista, Los Angeles, Hollywood, California. And I'm very proud to present my next guest. She came quite by accident, was real lucky. We had Steve Young on the show, and Steve said, hey, did you catch Tahra Parker? She's a wonderful singer, and I've seen her play. She's just come back from Nashville and a tour of the Northwest. So let's have a warm welcome for Tahra Parker.
This is called Timeless. Moon is rising, to the stars with your love. Tell if our love will be true. In your arms, all I know is I feel it too. You and I got a feeling, and now no one's gonna take that away. Take me to your heaven and fill me up with your love. Take me to your heaven. Take me to the stars with your love. Just take me to the stars with your love. This next song is a song called The Snake, and I'm going to have Brantley Kearns on fiddle come up and play. Howdy, Brantley.
Hiya, kids. Hiya.
This song is actually for everyone, but was directed at men for women. But it can be taken both ways. There's a look on his face, there's a look on hers. Is it gonna be a chase, or maybe a curse? 'Cause if you treat him right, is he gonna treat you to a treat tonight? So watch out, a sister, listen for a sister, 'cause it is mad to be a snake out the bite. If he cuddles up to you and he starts to say, hey there, my pretty baby, how was your day? Was it fine? Or do you think that you need a little bit of my time? That love must be mine. Baby, love is just a little lust. You wouldn't know about that, boys. If you look into her eyes, maybe you could see something lurking in her soul, longing to be free, looking for a lover that'll kiss to be. Watch out, sister, listen for his hiss, 'cause he just might be a snake out for a bite. There's a look on his face, there's a look on hers. It's gonna be a chase, or maybe a curse. 'Cause if you treat him right, is he gonna treat you to a treat tonight? Watch out, sister, listen for his son, 'cause it is not to be a snake on the bite. I said love is a sign, baby, it's a sign of the changing times. Ooh.
That was really nice. Thank you. You know, I know you're ready for this because we discussed. I was going to ask you, saving the goofy questions for you. I mean, the real questions.
I noticed that.
So now it's your chance.
Okay.
Tahra, if you could be anybody from history, who would that be?
Oh, Smokey.
I did it, didn't I? Go ahead.
Hi, Mama. Well, I sort of was prepared for this question. Sort of wasn't prepared, so I have a few answers.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to be my mother. Is that weird to say?
Nothing's weird, man. This is
My mom's
the
like the
universe.
greatest person in the whole world. I'll start crying if I talk about her, but I won't cry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Listen.
No, no.
Go ahead.
But I think I would like to be an Indian, like of the Sioux tribe or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Because they believed in what they were doing, and nowadays a lot of people don't believe in what they're doing. And so I would like to be of something like that.
Okay. That's good. That's fine. You know, the other question I want to ask you is, if you had a nickel for every song that you ever sung, could you open a bank?
In this business, nothing makes sense.
That's perfect. Tahra Parker, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back. We're going to show you this, so take a look. I assume this is ancient Gibsonian hieroglyphics.
Yes, and it is matched, oddly enough, by some writing on this piece of skin that we've found that says, "The Gibson." Same as what it says on the inside. So
Now this looks actually like a tongue of some sort.
we think this was a decorative feature, kind of like the crest on a bird. But there was some functionality here also, and this may have been where the sinews, which actually gave
May I touch it?
tone. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, it's just. And this could have been part of this Gibson.
We think that it must be of someone similar to that. We've tried piecing together some other things here, but the bone structure doesn't match, and although these were found in the same pit, in the same site,
Really?
over at La Brea and Fairfax.
So is it possible that they all came from the same period, or they were from different periods and they deposited themselves?
We
there?
think that this might have been an area where there were what are now called venues, sites where they gathered and communicated with one another. We know that all of these instruments had a certain kind of voice that was similar, and we think that they actually got together and talked to one another. We don't know what they were talking
Venues,
about.
what were they, was that the ancient term for bars?
Yes, yes indeed, yeah.
Bars and clubs.
And clubs, yes.
Just extra, and they had them even back in those days.
They did.
Pre-Elvisian times.
Pre-Elvisian and pre-Orbsonian. It's remarkable.
Really is. Hey, here we are. And this being the Smokey Show, wherever there's smoke, there's fire. And here's a guy who's been setting L.A. on fire. Let's have a warm welcome for Michael on Fire.
Thank you very much. If I was born a Russian, I'd shoot an arrow into the sky, clad in laced armor, free eyes. If I was born a Russian, I wonder if I'd wonder why, burning in alleys, laughing when I'm supposed to cry. Do they feel like we feel? Do they feel like we feel, yeah? If I was born a Russian, oh, if I was born a Russian, if I was born a Russian, I'd walk down tobacco roads. Our priests wear away, our saints they grow old. Do they feel like we feel? Do they feel like we feel, yeah? If I was born a Russian, oh, if I was born a Russian, if I was born a Russian, I'd shoot an arrow into the sky, clad in laced armor, free eyes. Thank you.
Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you.
Nice
Thank
song, beautiful song.
Thanks very
And that's so significant now that everything's changing in the world.
Well, today they had the largest gathering march in Moscow than they've had in 65 years.
It's incredible, huh?
Yeah, 'cause
And
of
you're,
that song.
and you're right on top of it. Michael, I want to ask you this question. The legend is that you got your name from a Sioux Indian. How did that come about?
I was playing at a bunch of New Age festivals, gatherings of psychics, holy people, astrologers, healers, and this Indian man was doing a Sundance ceremony where they pierce the chest and raise him up into the teepee. You saw it in A Man Called Horse, that kind of thing. I wasn't really interested in the ceremony, so I went out back and I had my own ceremony, and a bunch of people followed me out there, and the guy was turned on by my ability to drag people away from his Sundance ceremony. and thought I had a lot of flame in me, so he gave me the name Michael on Fire. With great love and with great respect, actually. He wasn't pissed off at me or nothing.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you've managed, because you wouldn't want to get him pissed off at you. He's a heavy Sioux medicine man.
Hey, well, you know, I was a heavy, you know, suburban middle-class cat.
Now you came in from the Midwest, and you managed to keep a band working doing original music in L.A. That's quite a feat. How'd you manage to do that?
There's like 4 things that go to it. Number 1, hard work. I'm from the Midwest, so I got that, you know, work ethic. Number 2, people keep coming to see me. Number 3, we love it. And number 4, somebody's making money. Mostly the bar owners are making money, so they keep hiring me back. That's it. It's economics, you know? I mean, I wish it was a little more cosmic than that, but the bottom line is that you make money for somebody and they'll have you back.
All right, now let's talk about cosmic. You are a cosmic, spiritual kind of guy.
Well, you know, I don't kill people, and I, you know, try to spread the word of love and all that.
So we thought what we were going to do as we take our audience to a break is we're going to ask Michael to bless you at home. So you can all come up to your TV sets and put your hands on your sets. And Michael on Fire will bless you.
Okay, well, actually, I just got my minister's license. Pays great. You can marry people for $35. Actually, this is not religious. This is a prayer, though. All of my songs are prayers. Just a quick little blessing for everybody. It goes, peace be with you. Travel safe and prosper. And when the light comes, shine, 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 shine. That's my prayer for everybody.
That's the prayer. And you know what? You're gonna sing another song for us, right?
Yeah, man.
Let's
You
do
do
it.
it. Someone came, cut down the trees, killed all the alligators. What we're gonna do if God gets mad? Johnny Tiger, Billy Wildcat ran into the swamp, took with them everything they had. Someone died last February, only found the shoes. Ain't no wonder everything is hungry. Oh, the smell of Mother Nature hanging in my nose. Oh, the smell of no one else has been there. Oh, what you gonna do if you ain't got matches? What you gonna do if you ain't got food? What you gonna do if you ain't got shelter? What you gonna do if you can't get sued? Evenings in the Everglades. Oh, how we love evenings in the Everglades. Spanish pirate, Spanish moss. Hope we find the treasure. Found some comfort from the storm. Also found some pleasure. Night so humid, wind so still. Hurricane is coming. Cypress trees house the spirit. Seminole are running. Oh, what you gonna do if you ain't got matches? What you gonna do if you ain't got food? What you gonna do if you ain't got shelter? What you gonna do if you can't get sued? Evenings in the Everglades. Oh, how we love, evenings in the Everglades. Yeah, evenings in the Everglades. Oh, how we love, evenings in the Everglades. Someone gives some great tattoo, then she'll read your fortune. Cast your waters to the wind, cast your eyes to Neptune. Snakes that walk and bugs that slide outside the seminary. Dolphins talk, spirit talk, ain't no dictionary. Oh,
gonna do if you ain't got matches? What you gonna do if you ain't got food? What you gonna do if you ain't got shelter? What you gonna do if you can't get sued? Evenings in the Everglades. Oh, how we love our evenings in the Everglades. Yeah, evenings in the Everglades. Oh, how we love evenings in the Everglades.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Smokey.
Rick, I noticed that your work in the Brea Guitar Pits Museum has really enriched our cultural understanding of the period that these creatures came from.
Thank you, Smokey.
For example, many of the instruments we find here have been wounded in battle of some sort.
We have a couple of magnificent examples here. These were found together. This is a Gildiana 12-stringus, and this is a Jim Bush Turkeyana, and they were found together in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice that this one has its front totally smashed in underneath what we call the bridge. This one has its skin ruptured, and we think that these two must have been locked in mortal combat and killed one another. And they were found linked together in the guitar pits.
Just fascinating thing that you've been able to reconstruct the entire history of that period, which was, as far as I understand, pre-Humbuckerian.
It was pre-Humbuckerian and just slightly pre-Fenderian.
Pre-Fenderian. Speaking of which, I know you...
Hey, dude, what you doing after the fight, man? Well, I'm going home. I'm gonna tune on the TV. I'm gonna watch the Smokey Miles Music Hour. Yeah, man? Why? What's that? Oh, that's the best show on TV. I like that show. They got all kinds of music. Yeah, I like music, man. They got blues. Yeah, they got blues. They got country. Yeah, they got country. Well, what else they got? Oh, just about anything you can name, man. It's great. Oh, terrific. I want to come and watch it with you. But first, I want to make you see stars. Oh, yeah? I want to make you see stars. Hey, watch the Smokey Miles Music Hour. Hey, guys, come on. You're hurting me. Hey, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Come on, guys. Cool it, will ya? Just come on down to the show and pick up a guitar or something. Help! Help! Ow! Ooh! Ee! Ow! Ooh! Ah!
So this, Rick, this is an original Fender Stratocaster?
Yes, from the 58 epic. This is the most magnificent example with its original sinews. We think they might be called strings. This is it. This is the real thing.
And this is such a well-preserved specimen that it's hard to believe it's been stuck in the ooze and mire of the.
This one lived a very, very full life. We can tell from the battle scars and the age at which it died that this one was one tough SOB.
Thank you. I want to thank our audience for coming out tonight and watching us play. And I want to thank everybody at home for tuning in tonight. And I want to thank especially my guests, Steve Young, Michael on Fire, Tahra Parker, And we hope to see y'all next time, so tune in and be natural. Here's a song called You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You never go to rap, you ain't no friend of mine.
They said you were a clown. Oh, but that was just a lie. They said that you was high class. Baby, that was just a lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You was high class, that was a lie. Then they say you was high class. Oh, that was just a lie. Oh, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Oh, no. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. 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 You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Rick, let's talk a little bit about the reproduction of these specimens, these creatures. How did they reproduce? There's so many of them.
We're not sure. You can see from these two up here and this little one and the one quite a bit larger, but essentially the same instrument. We know that there were families, but we haven't found any evidence of sexual reproduction. We think it was either asexual reproduction or there was outside intervention in actually creating these. Some godlike creatures who would actually cause these to exist. It's really amazing to think that there's a theology involved in these instruments, but there is by our latest theories. We have marks inside when we examine them very carefully that look like they're tool marks from early hominids.
It's like the fingerprints of the makers.
Exactly, exactly. And we don't know if these instruments are made in their maker's image or in some other image concept.
So belief from these creatures in a divine being would presuppose that a divine being would actually look like these.
Either look like them or want something from these, and we think it may be the voice. That these were actually designed to speak to their makers and to one another, but primarily to their makers.
Now this one actually is in the shape where it can make a sound.
Yes.
How did... And what would it be saying by that?
We're not sure. We're just not sure. We don't know the language. We're
Thank you.